Hello, today's video I'm going to talk about the golden duo theory, and that is because it's popped back up into discussion about whether or not it is a theory or a glorified headcanon. Now, the golden Freddy duo was a theory that two people possess an animatronic, specifically the crying child and Cassidy, and they both possess the golden Freddy animatronic. Now, this mainly came from the FNAF line story where two kids possess one animatronic. Now, back before it became debatable, the fandom mainly agreed that the FNAF books were parallels to the game's canon continuity. Example, these two spirits in the FNAF line story possesses one animatronic. One spirit can move the body, while the other spirit is very angry and is just basically stuck being angry and sulking over the fella that off them. Now, people saw this as a parallel and the key to solving Golden Freddy. One little sweet spirit that lets the player, well, Michael have to know that he's here and it's him, while the other spirit is vengeful, fully aware and only wants to seek out revenge. Now, at the time, they came to this conclusion that it was the crying child because the survival logbook, which belongs to Michael Afton. We see two spirits having a chit-chat in the pages of this logbook, as well as the fact that there was a drawing of Nightmare Fredbear. Now, at the time, we assumed that Michael Afton wouldn't know what Nightmare Fredbear looked like, and the only character that knew what he looked like was the crying child. So, that was the first spirit sort of solved, that it was the crying child, just because this little Nightmare Fredbear drawing, as well as the fact that what other spirit would come and talk to Michael Afton, other than, obviously, his own dead brother. Now, what about the other spirit that's also having a bit of a conversation in these pages? Well, at the end of FNAF 6, we get a bunch of graves with names of the 5 victims, as well as a grave in the background on the hill that we assumed was Charlie's. However, the 5th victim's name was missing, so a clever clogs on Reddit turned to the survival logbook and found the name Cassidy in the word search that had Golden Freddy's famous "It's Me," as well as the questions "What is your name" and "Who are you?" with a mirror on the next page. So there's the connection with Golden Freddy as well as the 5th victim's name. So the other spirit had to be the Golden Freddy spirit. Now, the crying child's connection with Golden Freddy was the fact that he had such a connection with Fredbear. His favourite toy was a Fredbear plush and he died inside the mouth of Fredbear. So they both had this connection with Golden Freddy, and the Fright Stitch line confirmed that it is possible for two souls to possess one animatronic. It was also theorised that at the end of FiveNightsAtfreddys 3, the Happiest Day minigame, it was actually for the crying child and he was the one in the Golden Freddy mask and he was finally getting his happiest day and can move on. And this is because in FiveNightsAtfreddys 4, the nights count down to this infamous birthday party, and obviously if you're having a birthday party, it's supposed to be one of your happiest days. However, Cassidy on the other hand can finally, after years of not being in control, can seek out her revenge and torture the man who put her in that smelly costume with a massive crybaby. Now, for a while, from what I can remember, people were satisfied with this. Well, they wasn't satisfied, but it was the closest that they were probably going to get to an explanation of Golden Freddy until the Fire Nation attacked. Well, time. So after time and time passed, people started looking further and started picking apart this golden duo theory. Like, why the hell would the crying child possess the Golden Freddy suit? The only connection he has to Fredbear was the fact that he died in it. However, because it was in front of everyone, his body would be removed. The one thing that he had a connection with and poured his sadness and agony into was the Fredbear plush, so it would make more sense for the crying child's agony to take hold of the Fredbear plush rather than the actual suit itself. Basically, when you start thinking, especially with what we've got now with FiveNightsAtfreddys, it doesn't make sense for the crying child to possess Golden Freddy. Now, we are going to dip our pinky toe into the Stitch line games thingy. Now, if you don't know what I mean, basically, it's a theory that the Stitch line stories from the FNAF books are part of the game's canon continuity. And if this is true, that means that Andrew is actually the vengeful spirit and Cassidy is just the 5th victim and is possessing Golden Freddy alongside Andrew. Now, that's all I really know about this theory. So if you want to know more, definitely check out Twitter. They are big fans of this theory. So yeah. But yeah, the golden duo theory has dwindled in reliability over the years, as you can tell. And yeah, but before we end the video, let's some food for thought. It's a silly little observation, but in the Silver Eyes trilogy, the Golden Freddy spirit is a kind soul, and he doesn't come across as vengeful at all. He actually saves his friends from being victims themselves. However, the Golden Freddy spirit in the film is quite the character and is manipulative, very aware, and quite vengeful. Now, you could argue the characterization of these two versions of Golden Freddy make up the Golden Freddy in the games, one vengeful and one not. And another thought, Cassidy is a unisex name, meaning that it is a name for both a girl and a boy. Now that is unfortunately as far as my brain goes nowadays when it comes to theorising in the FiveNightsAtfreddys community, and little me would be so disappointed in 20-year-old me. However, 20-year-old me has to deal with the backlash if someone doesn't like the theory. But yeah, before I go, I've got a Silvereyes Discord server. It's in the description below, as well as a small FNAF creators subreddit where small FNAF creators can go and share their work or find a new YouTuber or find an audience. So if you want to check it out, in the description below. Other than that, thank you for watching and see you later.